Hello, YouTubers. I haven't posted a video in a while. I just haven't had the time nor the cash flow for some new toys until just recently. I've already posted a quick little video of this RC tank. This is a Heng 1/16 scale M26 Pershing tank. I got it off of eBay. The distributor was actually like a 2-hour drive from where I live, and that's kind of the reason why I picked them. I ordered it on like a Tuesday night, and I showed up at my door on Thursday. It's a really neat tank. It's got quite a bit of detail. They were offering a package deal, which is why I got it. It came with the plastic tracks that come on it, but it also came with the upgraded metal tracks for you to put on yourself. This particular eBay store sell all their tanks with the metal geared motors, regardless if you get the upgraded steel tracks. They now have 2.4 gigahertz controllers for these instead of the old 27 megahertz. A lot of the tanks still being sold are 27 megahertz. This is the 2.4 gigahertz transmitter here. I've already put the steel tracks on this tank. Gives the tank a lot more weight. They're pretty heavy, and these drive gears are metal as well at the back. They come with the tracks. Get that to focus. There we go. I painted them black because they're the color of the two guide discs in the center there. So I just thought I'd paint them up black just to give it a little bit of a scale look. Speaking of scale, there's quite a bit of detail. If you used to build model cars and stuff when you were a kid, you'll actually really enjoy these tanks, because when you get it out of the box, the tank itself, all these little ammunition boxes, the helmets, these cases of gas at the back here, you know, these little accessories here, which actually are somewhat functional. You put those on. It's just kind of like a plastic model kit that comes with the little injection mold pieces still kind of stuck together. The only thing I haven't got to yet, I haven't painted your little soldier that you can take in and out of the tank. I got to paint him up yet. I just haven't got into it. You know, that hatch opens and closes. And this is a airsoft tank. Takes 6mm little plastic airsoft pellets, and it does come with a box with some. And you can disarm the airsoft portion of this. I still have some pellets in there. There's this little on-off switch here, so you don't accidentally shoot somebody. You know, if you switch it on, it does give you a little warning light. That's what this little light is for, right up here by the barrel. It will light up red just before it fires. It's full function. It's even got a smoker. So smoke comes out the exhaust. If you check out the other video that I had posted of this, I show it all the movements it does, the smoker working, 2 red LEDs on the back, and 2 white ones on the front. And even there's an LED in behind this little machine gun turret. And when you fire it, the tip of it will light up red, which is really neat. The barrel itself doesn't recoil. The tank just kind of kicks itself in reverse and jars just to kind of give a recoil effect. If you get the infrared model, the barrel actually recoils instead of the tank jarring backwards to give that simulation. The antenna, it's an actual steel antenna you put on there, which was another really neat. It's got a spring on it even, so you know. Really scale. You know, all these little tools and this extra track track links, all that stuff you add on yourself. I painted a lot of these up. Anything that's black, these tools here that are kind of a silver. This was like the track link was like a brown color, so I painted that like a flat black to make it a little more scale. The little stickers that are on the canisters, they say, you know, it's 50 cal. Little affiliation stickers. All these. I didn't use all the stickers. It actually came with, this is the tank nicknamed the Snow Leopard. It came with some Snow Leopard stickers to go on the fenders here, right behind that decal underneath these canisters. I just didn't like the look of them, and so I hacked them up, and I decided to use the lettering I could and give the tank a name. So I put that on the barrel. This is, I call it the Warlord. It does, I'll show you these are the plastic tracks that come on the tank. And to take them off, it comes with some spare pins and links. And to take them off, you gotta take one of your spare little steel rods and put it in and just tap the one out far enough and pull it through to disconnect them and take them apart. Same as kind of the steel ones going on. The steel ones are exactly the same tread pattern as the plastic ones, just made out of all steel. And you definitely get better traction with the steel tracks. You might think they'd slide, but these plastic ones don't grip very much at all. When I first got the tank, like I said, it had the plastic tracks on it. And it did say in the manual not to use it on carpet. And I was using it on carpet. I was kind of testing it out. And these are the plastic drive wheels that come on the tank. And you can see this one here, the discoloration there is super glue because it did crack. It cracked all along here. And so I super glued it just to continue kind of playing around with it and getting used to the tank before I got a chance to put the metal tracks on. It also comes with your smoke oil, and it's got a little adapter you stick on there, and you basically put that down the exhaust and give it just a couple drops in each port. There's a rubber hose up in there, if you can see it, and that's where the smoke actually comes out. It comes with a manual, which is very badly translated. I had a pretty good idea just from YouTube videos how these tanks worked, but yes, the English translation isn't very good. It also comes with just a quick reference guide to show you what all the controls do, and about putting the battery in, and the charger it comes with, the wall charger. This one came with a lithium-ion battery, not a lithium polymer, so it's not a LiPo, but it's similar to a LiPo. And the wall charger, you charge it through. It's got a balancing port off the battery, and that's what you charge it with. This plugs into the balancing port instead of the Tamiya plug end. It does have a light on it to let you know when it's charged. It goes from red to green. I have a much better charger that I use to charge the battery up. They say it takes about 2 hours to charge with the wall plug. Like I said, I never used it. And they say you get about 20 minutes to a half hour playtime. And yeah, that's probably about what you get. And that's, that's rotating your turret and firing the guns and driving it around. The tank also has full sound, so that's pretty good playtime for the size of the battery, because the battery it comes with, it's actually in the tank right now, is a 1800 mAh 7.2 volt. So it's not a large capacity battery, but you definitely get a lot of playtime for the size of the battery. I got this from a store called RC Dynasty off of eBay. Definitely, these tanks are a lot of fun for the money. This was like shipped to my door, and it was less than 300 bucks. And that was with the upgraded metal tracks with it, so it was all shipped in the same box. I didn't bother doing an unboxing video. I just, when I get a new RC, I get so excited. I just want to dig into it. I don't want to take the time to video it. It comes with this box. It's got a lot more tank parts in it, the parts you assemble. Got some leftover parts in there that I haven't used. And the steel tracks also come with some spare parts. There's some of the rods, some of the little, I don't know what you would call these, that guide through the drive discs at the back. One thing I will mention that I noticed, you're better off to use the hex nut that comes on the tank with the plastic drives, because I mean the steel ones just come with a steel screw, a Phillips screw, and but I do recommend using some Loctite in those. I tightened them up pretty good, and I was, probably playing with it for like, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes, and the drives started to come loose, and they'll separate. It's actually 4 pieces. I'll show you the same as the plastic. You have that's your inner piece that goes on the shaft off the motors that comes out of the back, and then there's one of the discs that pop on, one of your guide discs, and then another guide disc, and then there's the outer drive. And these, as you can see, got a little D shape to them. These actually clip together, lock in place together, if I can do this with one hand like this, and then your screw goes through, and when that screw loosens up, the first thing they want to do is they start to separate, so your track's gonna want to come off. So I put a little bit of Loctite in there, and that should have solved that issue. And these tanks, as you see, have independent suspension, so as they're climbing over things, your idler wheels do go up and down. Like I said, you get a lot better traction with the metal tracks. A little more realism when it's driving, and they really are neat, really cool. Focus in there. You can see I had it out on a little bit of concrete there, so they come painted, but as you can see, the paint may start to wear off the treads, but that might just give it more of a scale look anyway. You got your machine gun. That would be a 50 cal. You can relocate it up to the front here, and this little holster, it'll fold down out of the way if you don't have the gun on there, if you've relocated it. Like I said, a lot of scale to this. If you really enjoyed building model cars and stuff as a kid, you would really enjoy getting one of these tanks, because you get to do some painting and some gluing, and for the most part the parts do snap into place. Some of them are a little loose and like to keep falling off, so I just glued whatever ones were loose into place. When you first get the tank, when they paint the tank, they actually paint right over the LEDs. So you can see I've kind of scratched the paint off of that. Same with the front. You gotta kind of scratch the paint off. They just paint right over them. They must paint the tank once it's assembled, maybe. Some more scale stuff here. You can see these clip in and are functional. As far as your remote goes, you can see down here you have a volume button to bring it. You hit it like 4 or 5 times, the volume gets louder, and then it drops back down to a low volume. There's the button to turn your smoker on. There's your cannon fire. There's your machine gun, and this little lock shape here, that actually starts the tank. And the tank will not function until you actually start it, and it won't drive until it idles down. You'll hear it fire up, and when it idles down and the tail lights come on, that's when you can start to drive it. And like, you drive just purely this joystick here, left or right, forward, reverse. You know, you angle it, you'll turn a little slower. The left joystick is strictly your turret, turning your turret. The up and down on the turret is actually controlled. Just you hold it down, and the turret, or sorry, not the turret, the cannon will raise, and once it hits its high point, if you continue to hold it, it'll just lower back down to its lower position. Forward, that is actually your airsoft. That's when it'll fire your airsoft. And then turn your turret left or right, and you know, if you angle it up, it'll actually fire while it's turning, or you know, if you're angling it down, it'll be raising and lowering the cannon as the turret's turning. So there's a lot of function you can do at the same time. But as you can see, you don't have that big long antenna to deal with the 2.4 gigahertz. I might make another video for anybody who's, you know, got one of these and has any questions about all the buttons and operation, stuff like that, if, you know, someone requests. But I'm very happy with the tank. I've had it now for, I think, 3 days. Played with it with the plastic tracks, and like I said, when you get on carpet when you're turning, you know, there's a chance you could break those plastic drives. And you can buy just the steel drives if you don't want to get the steel tracks. You can upgrade the steel drives. My only worry would be, I know with the plastic tracks, I also did snap one of these little guide forks or whatever you call them here. One of them snapped on me, so maybe that's why they tell you not to drive it on carpet. My house is mostly carpet, so you know, I don't really have a whole lot to play with it around the house. But the metal tracks, you're obviously not going to have a problem with snapping anything on the tracks. They seem to be pretty durable, pretty tough. It's a hard case battery that comes with it. Like I said, it's in the tank right now. Your on-off switch to turn the tank on and off is underneath. Right down here. And there's some stuff on here that's not in use with the 2.4 gigahertz. Like this here was to turn your volume up and down with the 27 megahertz controller. Well, there's nothing in that hole, as you can see, because being the 2.4 gigahertz, it's right there on your controller. Here's a metal look at the metal tracks. As you can see, very detailed. It took me a bit to figure out how to get them on, how to get those pins in. They're not exactly easy to push through. I had some casting issues with some of these little end caps here, where they weren't drilled all the way through. So I just took a drill bit and just drilled them through and didn't seem to have any issues. Like I said, as you can see, it has full suspension as well. So a lot of fun, a lot of really fun little tank. I'm gonna get years of enjoyment out of this, and like I said, very scale looking, very detailed. So if you were a model type hobbyist, you could have a lot of fun with this. That's just my thoughts on the tank, my initial review, I guess. You know, if I have any issues down the road or do any upgrades to it, because you can slowly upgrade these to all metal. I mean, you can get the metal idlers. You can go to a metal chassis pan, and then, you know, down the road get a metal barrel. It's basically how much money you want to put into it. Like I said, they had a deal going. I got the tank with the metal tracks, with the metal drives. So, I mean, for under $300 delivered to my door, it's going to be a fun little toy. Any questions, comments, feel free to post. Feel free to like the video. Everybody, have a good night.